Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, February 22nd, and my name is Cynthia Milian. I'm an attorney here with the Powers Law Group, and we're going to talk about this week's news. We're going to start off with the number of children that have been separated ever since the administration came out saying that they were going to stop this policy. If you can remember, the president instituted a zero tolerance policy in the summer of last year, where people that would come in illegally would be separated from their family members. We saw that there was much litigation that went on after that, and the administration said that they had stopped, or that they were going to stop separating children from their families. A recent report came out saying that over 245 children have still been separated from June 2018 till February 2019 of this year. So it's something that we are monitoring to see how these policies are implemented and whether they are sticking to them. This week we also saw that a coalition of nonprofit organizations in several parts of the country filed a lawsuit against the president's policy, which is titled Remain in Mexico. So for the people that came in through the caravan in late last year, there's a new policy that was implemented where if they were coming to seek asylum in the United States and pass their credible fear interview, then they would have to remain in Mexico while their process was pending, and they would get bussed over into the United States while only for their hearings, but then they would have to return throughout the process. So the different coalitions of immigrant advocacy are fighting against it, saying that it's putting these asylum seekers' lives at risk by sending them back to Mexico while they're waiting for their process. So this is something that is in its early stages, but it's something that we will also continue to monitor and see how the litigation will pan out and whether this Remain in Mexico policy will continue to get and be enforced. Also, this past week, after the president announced that there was a national emergency, we saw the Department of Homeland Security actually released some statistics that showed that, for example, the number of people that were entering the country unlawfully in the past fiscal year was actually at a historic low. We also saw that the Customs and Border Patrol also stated that the number of apprehensions that occurred at the ports of entry in the first 3 months of fiscal year of this year, 2019, was actually lower than during the 3 months in the fiscal year of 2018. So we're seeing the data and the statistics show something completely different than what our current president is saying is happening. This week, we also saw that, a lot of people always talk about how immigrants that come, from different areas of the world will come and take people's jobs. Well, there was a study that came out this week that shows that immigrants actually are more innovative, and they are innovating projects, doing startups at a higher rate than U.S. citizens. So, for example, in 2016, we saw that from the Foundation for American Policy said that immigrants had funded more than half of the America's startups. So you can imagine, founding a startup, creating opportunities for employment for other individuals. So it was a very interesting study to read. And lastly, we saw that there's been a lot of talk about the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, and how he may be working on drafting or reshaping or working on some legal immigration policies to be implemented in the United States. We've seen that there's sort of two systems that are going on, or two tracks that he's working on. One where they want to see how they can redistribute employment visas for individuals. Another track that he is seeking is to see how he can do small talks or do different meetings or series where they can garner more assistance or more support from Republicans to push for legal immigration policies, especially something that they could use during their campaign trail. So we will continue to monitor that, and we're always hopeful that a legal immigration reform will come about. And to finish up this week's news, our managing attorney Ruby Powers is in Las Vegas today and this weekend. She's giving a speech there, a couple of speeches, and she's actually going to continue to be out during the rest of this month. In February, on February 25th, she's going to be at an Austin Rally Day. She will also be attending the ABA Tech conference in late February, and she's also going to be attending the National Day of Action in April and the Spring Conference in May. So as always, if you are looking for someone to speak to your congregation or your community regarding immigrant rights or regarding any questions that you may have regarding the immigration system, you can always contact the firm, and we have people that are available, attorneys that will would be more than happy to assist and go give Know Your Rights presentations. As always, you can call our firm at 713-589-2085 if you have any questions, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend, and thank you so much for your time.